Stating that Premier Doug Ford has been a colossal disappointment for Conservatives is about as newsworthy as reporting that there's salt water in the Pacific Ocean. We have all witnessed that Ford, the leader of the Ontario Progressive Conservative Party, is someone that did not come as advertised. Indeed, during the past 7 years of his reign, we have discovered that the province's #1 cherry cheesecake aficionado is hardly conservative and thoroughly progressive when it comes to embracing the woke agenda. Good golly, wasn't this the very reason why the Ontario PCs staged a palace coup way back in January 2018 when they ousted sneaky Patrick Brown as their leader less than 6 months before a provincial election? Ford was packaged as new and improved. Instead, he's proven to be, as the saying goes, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. And folks, a few days ago, we witnessed a stunning reminder of how disingenuous Doug Ford is when he passes himself off as a conservative. Just check out what Ontario Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie had to say on Toronto radio station AM 640 regarding the 5-year-old disgrace that is the boarded up statue of Sir John A. Macdonald on the southern lawns of Queen's Park.
Outside Queen's Park, there's a statue of our very first Prime Minister, John A. Macdonald, the founder of our country. But you wouldn't know that because Doug Ford put a box around him 5 years ago. Now, that's crazy. We have to confront our history and not hide from it. We have to show them how strong we are, to show our pride in our past. Now, look, our past isn't perfect, but we have to confront it, not put a box around it. It looks weak, and we are not weak.
Whoa! Is Miss Crombie really a liberal? Regardless, what a principled stance worthy of applause. Now, by way of background, the Sir John statue was originally put into a makeshift coffin back in 2020 when Black Lives Matter and Antifa activists routinely vandalized the edifice during that so-called Summer of Love. The wimps at Queen's Park concluded they could no longer ensure the statue wouldn't be toppled, so they decided to box up this trigger. How odd. Do you know, folks, that Queen's Park has its own police force and that Toronto Police Headquarters is a stone's throw away from the legislature? Yet it's too hard to, enforce the law and arrest hooligans? Then again, when it comes to enforcing the law, we have more than ample evidence that there is a different standard applied when it comes to dealing with Marxists and, more recently, Islamists. But why? And let's not forget that in 2018, the year Ford was first elected with a majority mandate, the city of Victoria, BC, emerged as an early adopter of Sir John A. Macdonald eradication. That city decided it was too insensitive in this day and age to display a statue of Sir John, so it was taken down and put in storage somewhere. At the time, Ford was outraged by this attack on our history. He tweeted the following, quote, Sir John A. Macdonald played a central role in our national story. As one of the fathers of Confederation, he founded our nation. That's why our government wrote to the Mayor of Victoria to say that we'd be happy to give Sir John A. new home here in Ontario, end quote. And yet, barely 2 years later, Ford went from being a defender of Sir John A. Macdonald and even gung-ho to having 2 Sir John statues on the lawns of Queen's Park to a detractor of Sir John? In the immortal words of the late great Fred Willard,
"Hey, what happened?"
And now Ford's cowardice is all the more amplified thanks to the leader of Ontario's Liberal Party coming to the defense of our Dominion's first conservative prime minister. How odd, especially given that Ford is currently getting a lot of press for wearing a MAGA-style ball cap bearing the slogan, "Canada is not for sale." Yeah, maybe Canada's not for sale, according to Dougie. As for Canadian history, oh, that's a different story, given that Ontario's so-called conservative premier continues to bend the knee to woke cancel culture.